Hello and welcome back to MyAngelChannel. I am Angel, and let me just take this time really fast to say thank you so much to all of those who have subscribed and been interacting with me and in this channel. I truly feel the connection that we have, and it's only growing and getting better. I don't know, I really do feel that a lot of people here are light workers, are activators, doing the best, fighting the good fight. So thank you for fighting the good fight with me. But yes, okay, so mishy stuff aside, for this reading, it's gonna be messages on what you need to know, like, for right now, perhaps current situation. I'm still trying to play with the title. We're gonna see after the reading, and then I'll have a title. For those who've been with me, you know I just kind of allow spirit to guide me with everything. So here, really fast, we're going to be using the Gypsy Oracle deck for the group selection. I will have timestamps already in the description box and the comments if you want to just go ahead and skip to the card selection section. But I just wanted to explain really fast what's going to go down in the reading. I have a couple of Oracle decks and a Tarot deck that we're going to use in the reading. We're going to start off with Oracle to get just a good overview of the situation that's going on, and then like reasons of why. And then for the message portion, that's what we're going to use the Tarot for. And then after that, I did grab like a small bag of letter tiles brought to you by Scrabble, not spots. No, but just to get like some messages from your angel team, ancestors, or just like confirmation from what we got in the group. Yeah. Okay. So here we got our 4 groups out. We're not doing 5. You know, usually I do 5, but recently it's been 4. Anyway, so for group 1, I'll take a picture. You've got consolation. That's interesting. Okay. Group 2, you got fortune. Loving this energy. Okay, and then for group 3, you got sweetheart. Oh my gosh. This is interesting already. I really am. Okay, and then for group 4, we've got sorrow. Oh, it's deep. Okay. So here, now if you know where you like to go with just the cards, you know where the timestamps are. But if you want some extra, you know, I got you. Got them. Ta-da! It's our charms. Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward, so give me just 1 second. Alrighty, so for group 1, you received the Black Moonstone. For group 2, you received 2 charms. You got the Onyx Stone and the Gold Ballerina charm. For group 3, you received 2 charms. You got the Rose Quartz Stone and the Eye of Thoth. I think it's Eye of Thoth, or maybe Eye of Horus. I can't really remember at this time, but you know what I mean. Okay, and then for group 4, you got 4 charms. They're all gold. You have the anchor and a rope, circled. You have the gold key charm, it's gilded. You have the, what I like to call earring charm a little bit. And then you have the it may not be a treble clef, but the music symbol, okay? I'll have to look up that later. Okay, so now if you know where you like to go with just the charms, you can check out the timestamps in the description box or the comments. But if you want to see both the card and the charms at the same time, I'll pop that on screen now. And so of course, you can take your time with that, breathe into it, see where you feel drawn to, and I will see you in your vibe check or reading, alright? Bye-bye! Hello, and welcome to the vibe check section for group 1. If you felt drawn to this group, let's make sure it's the right one for you. If you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to chamomile tea. Oh my god, it's my favorite tea ever. It's just like, it's light, it's sweet, okay, and it smells really good. Let me get onto your group What is this? Vibe check, my lord. Um, okay, so just really fast, it feels energetically that there might be like something on the horizon to hope for. Um, it might, I don't know, like it could be some type of opportunity that just came up to you, whether it be, you know, a career or some type of collaboration with someone. It doesn't feel like it's happening right now, but it feels like it will be happening, you know, soon in the future. You would know, because this isn't like a, oh, you know, spirit's bringing you something and you just gotta wait for it. This feels like a bit more finite in time. And then with this black moonstone, though, I think there are those here who have like this deep inner knowing of what's meant for them, what's truly gonna happen for them, and have like accepted this. Not it's not a passive role to living. It's just maybe like open door philosophy, and it's like choosing to walk through the doors that are presented to you. And I feel like with this black moonstone, there are those who have been in this practice and have understood the meaning of why they went through like these processes, these doors, and it's like it's all coming together. I feel like for this group, it's like this has been the overall energy thus far for the past couple of months or so. It's that maybe things were a bit out of balance, but now slowly things are coming together. Things are all aligning. And with this consolation card, it's like, yeah, with all of the chaos that happened in the past, it might have just been a lot of work, a lot of stress, a lot of unknowing of what's going to happen. But it's like the consolation is a couple of things. The first thing is like you were able to still hold on to yourself through this process where others would have fallen. And like I think there are those who understood how they were staying sane through trials and tribulations, and you should like, you know, be proud of that too. And then there are those here who's like, it's kind of an opposite energy of I didn't get what I deserved when I needed it, when I wanted it. So it's like, what is my consolation prize? If anything, it's like if I went through all of this, then what's gonna come out of this current situation, you know? And honestly, too, we're kind of out of time for vibe check, but really fast with this black moonstone, I really do feel like there are those here who are quite psychic, and it feels like for you, it's been a long lesson of patience, of waiting and testing faith, right? And then understanding messages as you go through this process of understanding this, like things coming into alignment. Yet with those who are pretty psychic, I feel like for you things have still been kind of unclear moving forward, as psychic as you are, you know what I mean? And it's like I think that's confusing because you're like, why can't I see it even though I'm used to like understanding what is happening for me? Let's leave this here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Okay, group one, let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna start off by using the Star Codes Astro Oracle to get an overview of the sitch, and we will continue from there. Hold on, let me just go ahead and put on my little talisman here. If anyone's curious, I just wear this out of protection and then like energetic protection for me so that I can always give like the most clear and accurate messages without my ego getting in the way. And also since I channel, I kind of, you know, move myself out of the way to give messages, so it just helps my energy stay safe and balanced as I do that. Let's get the tea on the situation. Maybe Uranus changed. Ain't that a bee? I just felt that energy just now. It's number 25. Now, I think that with this... Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I just had to remember like what these shapes were called, and I remember correctly, it's stemming from the divine geometry, right? geometric patterns that you can arrange crystals in or things in to boost one type of frequency, right? And I think for you, it's like life has placed you in situations, right, leading up to now that have been boosting a specific frequency within you, okay? And I think that's what the change is. I feel like you as a person, your frequencies as a person is changing. And I think that's what's making things weird. Or that's what makes us perceive things as weird. I mean, have you ever not met a weird Aquarius? I say that out of love. I love Aquarians. They're so freaking incredible, intelligent, creative, and they kind of just don't give an F about what anyone else thinks. So I kind of hope you're taking that on for yourself. Like, you're boosting, and I feel like with this type of frequency change, as it is very specific, it's going to be different from who you were in the past, how you operated too. I do think this is also an indicative sign of world change. You see, like with these shapes, right? These 3D surfaces, the reality that we are in, I feel like for you, that 3D reality is changing. Let's get one or two more cards because we can see what's going on. I'm kind of seeing Virgo energy too, actually. Now, so right now, like, I don't know if you are a super harsh critic of self. If anything, I think you are trying to analyze the different life changes around you and then, you know, move accordingly to that. However, I think with the message of Virgo is like, well, you know, as Virgos can be very analytical, a little bit judgmental. I'm Virgo moon, so I can say that. No, but anyway, that it can be very extrinsic, but there's the other side of Virgo where you gotta look intrinsic too. And so I feel like there are those who've been wondering the direction we're headed with these changes, and you may not see the direction until you're like there. That's the message I'm getting. However, you can see how you're getting there if you look like internally, which, side note, I kind of hate getting that message. It's all inside, it's all within. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's true. It is all within. But we're not done here. We're gonna get you everything what's going on. We have the 4th house, home, number 42. 4th house is Cancer, right? So I really do feel like there's nothing you can do to change like these things around you. I mean, of course, like you can do. I think if you're going to move along the divine plan, right, and try to always be your most authentic self and move on authentic energies, I think it's just you gotta trust the changes around you and focus on you. Like, don't try to change all this extrinsic. The extrinsic is gonna change regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's meant to be divine wise. And since you have signed up to move in a divine plan, you are also signing up to co-create with spirit, which means you gotta, you know, collaborate. So there are times when you got, you know, all the plans, all the actions, and then there's times when spirit has all the plans and actions. And I feel like there's just a big dichotomy for you dealing with, because I just think that you just are such a powerful person, capable person, you know, psychic person, realize to see what's going on for the future and then go for it, right? But it just looks like right now you might be stopped from making a lot of extrinsic changes, you know, because you're not supposed to, though. It's going to be changing on its own. Like, just focus on home, focus on you, right? Let's get one more of these cards, and then I got another oracle deck I want to get into. I'm thinking, so we might have to back up to get more space. Oh, I love this Capricorn energy. Yeah, look, this is your energy. We see you, like, you out here trying to achieve. I love Capricorn energy. Unstoppable, okay, unshakable. However, I think this can be a detriment to Capricorns because they end up going and going and going and end up, you know, burnt out, end up frustrated because they can kind of lose sight of why they are going. They just can focus on the achievement aspect rather than what are they achieving and what are they achieving it for, what's going to be used for the future, all of this. So it's just like, and with Capricorn energy tied to the tarot, the devil represents Capricorn energy, and the whole detriment is like, I'm stuck in this is all that's it for me, so I gotta keep doing this is all I got. But that's not the case, you know. So I think this is just a small reminder here from your spirit team. It's like, you're not stuck. We see you. We know it's just been weird for a little bit. A lot of changes happening around you. It's not you though. It's not your fault. And there's nothing you can do to get out of this, but you shouldn't. Like, I really do feel like these changes around you is getting you to this pristine divine alignment that you will soon recognize as these changes happen. But let's get into the next deck. We have the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle that I will soon be giving away when I can figure that out. And probably when I'm like settled somewhere, because y'all know I'll be moving. Anyway. Here we have dreams. Beautiful. The plant is the royal fern, and the dragon is fashioned after the large grass yellow butterfly. I'm loving this energy. Okay, let's go. Hold on now. Okay, so I think there are those here, maybe majority, if not all here, who've understood what does it truly mean to make dreams come true, right? That 50-50 work. And so right now, you're in a situation to where you're really having to look at that dream, whatever it is for you, I don't know you, but, and be like, do I really want this? Is this really what I want? Because I mean, it's that be careful what you wish for. You going for this, achieving, climbing that mountain to get there, right? And so it's like along that path, I think Spirit's giving you like some time to internalize these dreams, what it means for you. Will you continue it? Stuff like that. It's just, this is just, and this is on the other note too. It's like, yes, this really is what I want. Yes, I'm gonna continue fighting for it. It is an indicator for you, like, wow, okay, I'm doing the right thing because this feels so right to me. Because like, I don't know, like, I just sense that there are those here who have been frustrated with their divine plan path going forward, and it's like it just hasn't been going exactly your way. But I don't think anyone's here like super disappointed in that. It's just, I think it's just a bit frustrating, you know, not being able to plan out everything. Here we have prosperity. Boom. I love it. Okay, look, the flower is the allium, and the dragon is fashioned after the Brazilian swallowtail. I love it so much. So much yellow energy too. Yeah, solar plexus coming through. Let's go. I think because, you know, Capricorn, solar plexus, that's divine and masculine energy, very active. Let's go. And I think for this situation, you've been energetically prepared to move forward and, you know, make your dreams become a reality. However, I do believe that you have been stopped from that just to for you to really make sure, and look at all aspects of the dream. How does that life work? How's that look? Do you really want that? And I don't think this message is coming through to say, oh, you may not want this in the future. It's just for you to have like more discernment on you, okay? No more cloud confusion. Am I doing the right thing? Like, nah, it's just you are doing the right thing because it's what you want. Like, I think that's where you are energetically, or you are energetically attuning to that. Okay. Hey, let's get into your tarot. I pulled the Santa Muerte tarot for you. We haven't used this deck for a minute on my channel. I love the art on these. Like I say for every single deck that I pull out, I can't help it, man. I love the decks I buy. I do. And plus, like, I mean, I do this like colorful things, hello. But, you know, for online, if you're gonna put something, you want it to be visually appealing, right? So I'm not gonna give you out like a basic card. We have here the Six of Swords. Yeah, you really are on your way. It might be like a slow journey, but I really do think you're on your way to this dream. Let me get some more cards though. I just got another message. I'm waiting. Seven of Wands. I think there are those here who've been seeing Seven of Wands a lot in their readings. Why? because your spirit team, your ancestors are trying to let you know that they know that you are trying, that you're making an effort here. You know, you're not giving up. And they want you to know, given the 7, a very divine number, you are creating good karma for yourself, okay? And so with this 6 of Swords, I'm seeing that you're just slowly on your way to getting to like this grove of trees where you can see all of your efforts that have paid off, you know? And this is gonna happen one after the other. Like, I don't see this happening all at once, but you know, it's a journey. And I think the journey ahead is a good one. I really do. This 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I think you just, this is what we've been kind of getting already. Stop from doing work. Stop from like making a lot of efforts that, you know, intrinsically we could believe that is getting you to dreams, getting to like a goal here. But with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it just has not been happening. Maybe there are those here who have been looking for a new job, different career, something like that. It hasn't been happening. And it's because you are just supposed to just focus on you and what you already have, right? This whatever type of stability you've got going on right now. And then like, it's understanding the type of obstacles that you're being sent through, you know what I mean? Like, it, for I guess for small example really fast, if been going through obstacles dealing with people who have like depression, then like perhaps moving forward on your life plan, you're going to be healing a lot of people like on a grand scale that has depression, you know what I'm saying? Or like it might be that career. So it just looks like your spirit team wants, like, as you're going through like this kind of stagnancy ish, look at the types of obstacles you're having to go through, because what you're learning from that, that's what you're going to be doing later on, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they're trying to guide you. Like, they're not, because you don't have the skills yet and it's not time yet, right? So I think you could just be someone who moves very fast or like learns very quickly, but it's just, it really isn't time, because there's just some other things I think Spirit's trying to prepare you for, like right now, that you can be prepared for in the future, right, on your own. Let me look and see, can we see everything? Oh my gosh, my channel is stay ratchet, y'all. Okay, I think this is good. Are we fine? Let's get you a couple more cards. And I think it's gonna be a, oh goodness. I don't know. I feel like there are those who have been constantly getting 2 of Wands at the same time. 2 of Wands and 7 of Wands. I feel like that's been a lot of recurring cards. Hold on. Okay, so I'm getting Phoenix energy, right? So I think there are a lot here who have been getting a lot of Phoenix symbolism, Phoenix images, spirit animal Phoenix, all this, right? And so I'm seeing for you around currently about the situation. Yes, you are like being burned to the very ashes, so you can learn how you are, like what processes you use to get back up, though, you know. And then it's like that process, it really feels like you're just diving into what feels like you're propelling forward. It's like, what process did you use that made you feel that you are improving? And I think this has been going on for you, like at least for the past couple of months, at least. But and I feel it's like you're like, okay, I'm ready now. You're almost ready. I really do feel that. You're so close. Look, 6 of Wands. What am I going to tell you? 6 of Wands is a celebration card. Look, they're having a party. They're having a parade, all right? So, like, you really, this is, you should be happy. Be happy for your journey thus far, because you have done so much. You've grown so much. And the situation right now is not a reflection of you. It really isn't. It's just things changing around you. And with this victory card, like, know that this is the outcome. Victory is the outcome, period. Believe this, take solace in this, ingrain that into your spirit, because that's what you are headed towards. 6 of Swords, what are we heading towards? 6 of Wands, victory, right? Okay, here, let me go ahead and put these cards to the side. And what we gonna do, because I want to get like a little section, let me move these. A little section free for us to get the letter title messages just for a couple of minutes, you know. Okay, I'm gonna use, okay, everything is visible here. I can use this section, right? That is where I put the tiles. There we go. Let's just see. Little icing on the cake here. You know, nothing too crazy. And let me see. We have an E. I saw Edna, and I saw Edward. Also Ethan. I saw estranged. Someone might be estranged from their family at the moment, or they're estranging themselves from like a certain collective that we're a part of, due to so many messages, intrinsic messages you learned, and then secrets that you learned about other people, or just the ego of other people. Because I just saw Polly, and it felt like there's just a lot of lessons that you've learned, and so that took you away, almost like a hermit mode type of deal. I'm seeing sand, like sandy beaches. Oh, we can spell it. Someone could be named Sandy, or being headed to somewhere sandy. Very nice, very nice. I'm seeing toast, toasty and warm, somewhere warm. Someone's headed towards somewhere warm. Peeling. I'm seeing it's like the process of peeling like an orange slowly, or peeling a potato, and it can be a very mundane thing, monotonous. However, the reward is great. So I think that for you, it really is Spirit trying to let you know, we see you on the grind, we see you making an effort. It's not for nothing. Like, it might seem like, I kind of want to give up. Don't give up, okay? You're literally on your way there. Quote, and it felt like a car quote. Someone might be getting a car soon. Just look closely at the paperwork, okay? I'm seeing PETA. If you're feeling called to work with animals, rabbits, things like that, join PETA, see what they got going on. I'm also seeing Orlando, Florida. I don't know if someone's like wanting to go there and plan something there. I'm also seeing Toyota. Someone could be buying a Toyota for their car. And then I'm also seeing like quantum physics, quantum generator. So I think you understood how you went through a reality shift, okay? It could have been markers via Mercury in retrograde, or the eclipse, a certain moon cycle, or just energetically what you feel. So I feel like they're just overall here, you have gone through a quantum leap, an energetic shift, and that's why I think things are just changing around you, because you have changed. You're ready for this next level, this new reality here. Toy. I just saw toy pony. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. You don't have to like take all of it all on yourself. Pony. Easy and fun. Rocking back and forth. Hooray. Yeah, like a seesaw. Ooh, and then message with the seesaw. Know that, you know, what must come up, what must come down, and what goes down, what must come up. So just know that your energy is flip-flopping, and your spirit team wants you to be energetically prepared for that. Okay, if you see more words, please by all means let us know in the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna end this off here. We did it, y'all, and I'm like doing this right at 3 o'clock, so I believe 3 is an angel number for you, or just 3 on its own numerology wise. But y'all know, if you've been here for a minute, I gotta take this time to say thank you for joining me in this reading. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, of course, please let me know with a thumbs up. That really does support me and this channel, and lets me know that this reading was a good one. Here we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. I love that. And then, what else was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, if you have subscribed, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining the Angel Army. What's that mean? Well, that means you've joined a team of goofy lightworkers who are doing their very best to really maintain their authentic selves, maintain the light and purity we have between each other, helping to heal, you know, have compassion and connect with everybody. We're doing this together really fast. You got God has made everything beautiful in its time. I think it's Ecclesiastes, I think. Oh, so bad. 3:11. Angel number for you, by the way, 3:11. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, being here with me, and I'll see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the vibe check section for group 2. If you felt drawn to this group, let's make sure it's the right one for you. Here, if you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading. And golden tea. It's chamomile. It's my favorite. I think I'm gonna be telling like everyone in these vibe checks about my chamomile. I haven't had chamomile tea in a minute. So anyway, let's get started with your card. Before we even get to the charms, this energy of fortune, let's go. I'm kind of getting, there's this one storyline where you are someone who gives fortune to a lot of people. And it's like, Joy's thing, love this. But I feel like there's like a question in the back of the mind with all of what you're giving. Is it going to the right place? And should you do more? Should you do less? It's like maybe trying to figure out some just boundaries here and there, different aspects. And then I'm seeing there's another storyline here where it's like you might be very good at accumulating wealth, results, clarity, answers, connections. Like I think you are good at bringing about, like there's just another storyline where you're good at bringing about fortune for self, you know what I'm saying? And that bleeds into, okay, so like what you learned, this fortune for self, I think it came from lessons, or you understand lessons from the fortune you receive, and it's like this bleeds out as who you are as a person. And so I just sense there are also those here who have an overall energy of fortune, of wealth. And I think with that note, there are some here who have just started to experience a lot of fortune, a lot of answers, a lot of good things coming to them. This is also those who have received messages saying, oh, you're a very powerful manifester, and soon you will see your manifestations take place as you ask for them. This is true for those here. If this is true for those here, this is the group for you. Because I kind of feel it very strongly, and you know, the Midas touch type of thing. And I feel like there are those here who have just either recently activated this or have just been recently like practicing this and seeing the results of your Midas touch, you know? And I think there's just more to come. So I feel like it's confusing as to what type of fortune is to come. And then it's like a bit nervous of like, well, then what is coming, you know? I feel like there's one more question here. How about, or what about the future? Like, is it gonna last? Like, how long is this gonna last to? You know, it's quite great. I didn't even like look into the onyx stone and the charm, so I'm hoping those charms resonated with this card, and I hope this vibe check resonated with you. If it did, you're in the right place. Now, but if this reading, what I got just now, has not been you, now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Okie dokie, group 2, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna use the Star Codes Astro Oracle for the first Oracle deck, and get these cards to see the situation of what's going on. Get a little bit of reasons why. Hold on, I'll just move things a bit from the previous group. I use like these, what's it called? Selenite blocks for like markers for me. So things can mostly be visible. Here, you got the Pisces card, Sensitize number 12. Ooh, okay, I don't know, I just got this, ooh, and look, you see Jupiter right there? That's a planet for Pisces, by the way. But I just feel like things around you have been a bit more like with sensitized, a bit more nice, a bit more soft, so that you're able to truly enjoy like these different situations you're finding yourself in, the different people you're interacting with. This feels like a certain type of beauty that has surrounded you now. And I don't know, I still get this one message of, oh, do I deserve it though? Did I do enough to deserve this? Or how long is this gonna last? Perhaps it's like we just received some type of dream and it's like this is what we wanted for so long. So it's like there's this one energy of I will do anything to hold on to this though, if it's the right thing for me. Or maybe if it's not, but I think though there is also a desire to expand the beauty that's around you, make it bigger, make it grow, go longer. I think there are those here mostly who have received what they wished for and might be trying to understand the reason of why they understood why they received what they wished for, as well as trying to understand what they're supposed to do with these gifts. And I am sensing a good amount of angelic energy here. You could be a reincarnated angel here, hey fam, or you might be currently surrounded by angels giving you a lot of blessings. I love this. It feels, this is amazing. It feels great. However, I do also feel like there's this other worry of, am I doing it right? Or like, is this imposter syndrome? It's like that question still resounding in my head. Did I deserve it? Did I do enough? What? Are you kidding me? Okay, I get it. Look, so you got Jupiter, abundance, number 23. And look, the thing is, it came out in reverse. Here's the tea. So, don't think about whether you deserved it or not. That's not going to change what you already have, what you've been given. Since you've been given, like, these new opportunities, these new skills, like, these new, whatever these new things that you asked for, that is your permission to make it go further, to make it go longer, to gain as much as you would like from this new thing around you. Because I think it's just different for different people, but overall it's good positive energy. Come on, Jupiter twice out here. And it's because it really isn't about whether you deserved it or not. It's you are meant to have these amazing things, these beautiful things, so that you can expand it, so that you can experience it, okay? You could be someone who finds the magic and the treasures and the abundance. For other people, you may not get enough back or a lot back, and you may not even ask a lot of the time. But you still do it for other people. And then I feel too, there are those here who have been given abundance by other people, and it's like, I don't know what to do with all this, or it's like, is it all mine? Can I keep this? A lot of back and forth with all this amazing things that you have been given and will be creating, doing more with. Because I also sense here there are those here who've been given materials. Oh my gosh, so many good materials to create with. And it's like, am I up for the task though? Can I do it? I think you already know the answer, but let's get you one more card just for fun. I'm sensing the spider here, the master web weaver. You have done, okay, let's get some woo-woo. So you've done work in past lives, good work that you're being rewarded for now. And you are just going to continue being rewarded. So just be open to the blessings you're going to receive. Okay, hands open, palms out, being thankful. And then two, either that work in a past life or it was work in this life. Could be both too, all right? But I'm just saying there are a lot of times you did a lot of good things for people, did well for people, and a lot of these times you weren't even trying, you were just doing you. I think you're a very authentically beautiful person, okay? I think you just really emanates the energy of the earth, Mother Gaia energy, very nurturing, very connective. And I just see, like, even with you, with small interactions with people, if you gave them hope, if you gave them a compliment, positivity, like whenever you really share your positive energy with others, that makes a huge difference. I'm telling you, like, they remember this, okay? And your angels do too. So that's why you're being given a lot of these rewards now, because you've just done so much. Even the things you don't know, like that you don't remember or something, you've done great work. Ascendant entrance, and I just so feel like it's only gonna get bigger. This is only gonna expand. So just prepare yourself, prepare your mind for all of these blessings, great things, opportunities to expand. All right, I think that's why in the situation what you're in, a lot of just so much has been coming to you, and it kind of feels weird too, because it's like so much comes to you, but then you have more time or like more space to do things at the same time. I don't know. But yeah, like with all that time, see what you can do creative wise, what you want to make. This is fun. All right, let me get a card or two from the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle. Here's what the top looks like. Isn't it so pretty? Honestly, what really drew me to these cards, well, first was White Feather Tarot, because she used these. And I was like, oops, same. I want them. But then when I really bought them, this butterfly right here. I was like, this was tea. That's what's calling me. I wonder if we're gonna get it for you, honestly. Where is it? There she is. Okay, let's get you one more card. Okay, hello. So first you received elegance. The flower is the lily, and the butterfly is fashioned, the dragon is fashioned after the Archduke butterfly. I love this card. Oh my gosh. We'll get into it. Next, you received courage. The plant flower is the mullein, and the dragon is fashioned after the purple shot copper. All right. Some are we acting different. Now that all of these things are coming to us, we're acting a little bit different. All right, I'm saying we're acting, what can I say? A bit more refined, a bit more polished. All right, this is giving royal energies. I love this. And I think that's what you feel that you should be expressing too intrinsically. Those who are expressing that extrinsically, great job, you're doing very well. Those who are working on it, keep working on it, baby. Like, have that courage to express this elegance, because I so feel like the more you just express how you feel as a person, the more you're going to attract eyes, questions, inquiries. And this is on purpose. See how Jupiter is a very a very huge planet with the strongest gravity ever, right? Of all of the planets, your gravity is growing stronger, so that you're bringing in authentic connections, divine interactions. So you also, I think, are very wise, and you are being brought people who can understand you as a person and then receive the wisdom that you have within you. I think you are an activator of sorts, because I think you see the gifts within people, the gifts within opportunities, and you take it and run with it, because you know that it's just, life really is what you make it. And you are, like, with this situation, you're meant to be that
an example of how life can be what you make it. This isn't like being lucky in a sense. People might call you lucky a lot, like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky. And that might be true or not, but the thing is, it's just, I think you open up yourself to what is good for you, and it just comes to you because you do the work for it as well. It's good balance, honestly. Let's get your tarot. We are going to use the Silhouette Tarot. If some are feeling drawn to group 3, go for it. I just felt that. But anyway, let's see what your cards have to say. I'm kind of getting Chariot energy as well as the Queen of Wands. So I think, like, okay, right now, you will be put in situations where you are meant to speak up, express self, show what you're made of, right? It comes in reverse with the moon. Did I see it? I think I saw it. Well, whatever. But anyway, this is what I'm seeing for you. And it's just, I think though, like when you are placed in these situations to be your authentic self, it is a positive one. It's a positive result, and you are meant to experience this positivity so that you continue sharing you in these difficult situations where people might like turn their attention on you, like, oh, what are you doing and why should I listen to you, or like, what is making sense of your life, like, what are you doing, right? And I think it's just with you not like taking it on as a personal attack or anything. It's just you being authentic about what you are wanting and how you are wanting to move forward. This is how this is how a lot of these positive things grow for you, because it's not, there's no competition. You're not fighting a thing. You're allowing a dialogue. You're allowing connection here, and it's a very positive one. It's just it's uplifting. There's a lot of great energy. I'm also kind of seeing the turtle for you. Hard-shell turtle. And I'm seeing it from the Tarot of the Divine, which is the next group 3's deck I will use. And in that deck, the King of Pentacles is depicted as this huge turtle with a large tree growing on its back. I feel like this is you. Like, you make, like, every step nowadays, every step you make is a divine one, is a productive one, enchanting even. I saw it. I thought, okay, you are enchanting, by the way. Which means a lot of people just get fascinated by you. They don't know where you come from, how you are the way you are. You're just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ten of Swords, yep, unbelievable. Yeah, so look, honestly, you might find now, or recently, just presently, okay, kind of being, I don't want to say like attacked, but like it could be like ridiculed, or just like, meh, what are you doing and why are you right, or meh, meh, meh. It's looking like just extrinsic factors being judgmental of you, you know. And these extrinsic factors, some, if it's a person or whatever, it could be like you're trying to use logic to make you change your lifestyle, you know, or like how you are moving forward. And their argument could be quite convincing. So I really do think your team wants you to know, like, what you're doing is right. You're getting all these abundance. Like, don't let all these extrinsic factors like mess you up, because you're doing good. Oh, really fast. So I meant to mention, before I started this, after I finished group 1, I just got like super hungry. So I don't know if there are those here who are like on a special diet or just whatever. Just message. Just please make sure your body is getting all the nutrients it needs, however that nutrients comes. All right, just boom. Anyway, we have this 8 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think you'll be changing the mindset of other people due to your authenticity. And it's not like you have to go out, you know, blasting your life or your thought process to everyone. That's not the case here. It's like, did we say the spider here, the master web weaver? Like, the thing is, you're already in the divine web, so it's like people will be caught in your web at the time they need to be caught. So it's not like you have to go out here preaching everything. Like, just you do you, and then when the time comes, be honest about who you are. All right. Hello. I'm gonna take this. Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is that level we reached, that we fully accepted self and love everything that we encountered for self. All right, nurturing it. It's like calling self beautiful and really believing that too. You know what I'm saying? I think for sure you really are intuitive, but too, I think you know how to emotionally connect with someone so that both of you can come to like mutual understanding, not perhaps of, it's a mutual understanding as people. I'm a person, you are a person, we're both here, you know, wanting to do good or wanting to be all right, be happy, stuff like that. You know what too, I think you are in situations that would highlight what makes people happy. Like for you, it's like what makes you happy, and then with other people, I think you just discuss true happiness here, and that's what you're meant to be doing right now. It's happiness, joy. Like your whole mission right now is cultivating joy, and it could be out of nothing. It just could just start from you, you know. Eight of Cups. So know that whatever situation you are in, it is kind of temporary. And you are just meant to do your best, right? Period. But then if it's like, if it's a person who isn't able to listen, or if it's a job that doesn't change or whatever, when you walk away from that, like don't regret separating yourself. Like you did what you're supposed to do, and just because maybe you didn't see the result at that time with like you trying, doesn't mean that that result won't happen. You know, like you don't have to be there at every single place of you seeing all the results, just like you weren't there all the time you did the work or consciously doing the work of doing great things, right? So it's just know that, you know, do what you can do in the moment, and then khalas, leave. You know, that means you've done well. And what's on them is on them, it's not on you. Okay, you might just be someone who feels like responsible for collective, but nah. Anyway, I wanted to end this reading off with the letter tiles. Here, let me try to move these over so we can have some space. And this is just a little cherry on top to get what messages that spirit might send you. Can we use that space? Is that enough? All right, let me use this baseline as a marker. And I want things to be at least a little bit cute looking on this channel. Where'd my titles go? Boom. I'm gonna come at LAX. Name in a cardigan. Who's that? Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus. Y'all, do you remember that song when that came out? It was a bop. It still is. Let's be real. But, get my hands up, butterflies fly away. Yeah, man. She, like, the whole song, if you haven't heard about it, it's like, you know, she just got, you know, she's a small town girl, right? And, like, she gets to this big city where everyone's, like, you know, dressed to the nines. They're all about, you know, high quality products, like driving limousines and doing all these fancy things, and she's like, bro, I'm from Nebraska, like but you know what, no, I'm gonna enjoy this place I'm in. Yeah, I'm different, yeah, I'm new, but I'm meant to be here, and I'm gonna enjoy this. She's like, got my hands up, they playing my song, let the butterflies fly away. I love that. Okay, get with it. Let's just see, get with it, get ready, get like, okay, so it's get with it with what's going on with you. Like, I think your spirit team really wants you to accept the reality of all these great things you're doing, all the great things happening for you, and how you're gonna continue it. Just as soon as you accept that type of reality, man, you're on it. You are putting in work. Okay, and when I say you're putting in work, you are it's like this type of fire within you that you feel burning as you are continuing like your path, you know, facing obstacles, winning, healing people, all it is, it's all part of life, right? So I just think that as soon as you accept like that reality that you're currently in, the sooner you can enjoy the reality that you're in too. I'm seeing Ajax. I think that's a type of soap, actually. Yeah, maybe something needs to be clean. Maybe someone needs to clean their mouth out. They be speaking bad about people, and you know this. You are so wise. You really are. You are a wizard. You are a wizard. You are so magical. So I think you really are understanding this because you're seeing the results of your magic. Honestly, I'm seeing taxes and taxi, actually. Taxi. Someone, I need a taxi somewhere. I need a taxi. Also, side note, there are those here who might be moving. They might be between two realities. I wish I could explain deeper, but it's just, so you might be on your way to this other reality. Like, spirit is taxiing you. Like, you're not taking yourself to this next step, this next chapter reality. It's literally just spirit having to drive you there. Jeep Wrangler, or Jeep Rango. I think it's Jeep Wrangler. The all-terrain vehicle. Yeah, you are very adaptable. So just get ready to, like, wherever you are, you're gonna be okay. Wasn't Zord the name of that Power Ranger dude who, or Zord, right? Or Zord part of Toy Story? Lord, but I think Zord is a name, and I can't remember from where. Wax it. Gotta wax that lip. Nah, but I mean, shoot, could be a message for somebody here. Let's get waxed. Nah, but nah, I see that you could see when something's fake. You don't have to take your time to like try to make. When you feel like something's fake and you ain't got time for it, like literally just leave that situation. You do not have to be there. Okay? There are times when you can see something is fake and fix it, but I think you sense like, oh my god, I don't really want to do that. This is not meant for me. What am I? But so you still might try sometimes, but just know. Excuse me. But just know intrinsically, like, it's not gonna work, it's not meant for you, or that person's not gonna be in your life. Believe your intuition when you feel these type of, okay, that's not happening, okay, this isn't it. Believe that, because, I mean, you could do it, but it's not gonna, it could be just a distraction from your main plan, you know what I'm saying? So whatever is this ain't for me, or I don't think that's it, you don't have to waste your time trying to try it out just to make sure. Your intuition's pretty great. Jeet. Someone could be named Baljeet. That was also like the name of that boy from Phineas and Ferb. I didn't really watch that show. I was not really into it. It was a good one. I just wasn't into it. But Baljeet, he was pretty sweet, honestly, and pretty smart too. Kind of overlooked sometimes. His best friend was his bully. Ooh, that could be a message for you. Make best friends out of your bully. But here, I'm gonna leave these letter tiles for you there. If you see any more messages, please let us know in the comments. But let's end this reading off here. We did it, y'all. And I'm like doing this right at 3 o'clock. So I believe 333 is an angel number for you. Or just 3 on its own numerology wise. But y'all know, if you've been here for a minute, I gotta take this time to say thank you for joining me in this reading. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, of course, please let me know with a thumbs up. That really does support me and this channel and lets me know that this reading was a good one. Here we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. I love that. And then, what else was I saying? I think? I don't remember. Oh yeah, if you have subscribed, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining the Angel Army. What's that mean? Well, that means you've joined a team of goofy lightworkers who are doing their very best to really maintain their authentic selves, maintain the light and purity we have between each other, helping to heal, you know, have compassion and connection with everybody. We're doing this together really fast. You got God has made everything beautiful in its time. I think it's Ecclesiastes, I think. Oh, so bad. 3:11. angel number for you, by the way, 311. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, being here with me, and I'll see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome to the vibe check section for group 3. If you felt drawn to this group, let's make sure it's the right one for you. If you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading and all the messages therein. Y'all, it's chamomile. It's my favorite. It's been, I think, almost, maybe even a year since I've had chamomile tea. That's crazy. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Hold on. Sorry, I'm so sorry. 1 second. Hold on, something just felt weird. It was like, I don't know, maybe some are like wondering about being in Delulu. It's like, am I lying to myself, or is someone lying to me? Or like, am I kind of projecting? It's like, am I looking through rose-colored glasses here? Rose quartz stone. With the eye, bro. It's like, is what I'm seeing correct? Is what I'm experiencing the truth here? I think you're someone who sees like the divine truth within people, within situations. Like, it's giving me like you might have had a lot of lifetimes here on this planet, because it's like, I think you just understand the processes of life, like when it comes to people's of what's it called, people's culture and how people interact. It's just, and then how how can I use my words, because it's very large. Like, I think you just pick up on very large scale events energetically, like even when it comes to planets and cycles. And I feel like too, that it's an intrinsic thing that would draw you to, I don't know, take more rest at one time and heal more, or this other point, learn and try to expand. It's just been very intrinsic, I feel, and it's because you're just so naturally connected to what the truth is. Speaking of, there are those who are like, what is this card? Sweetheart. It's like speaking the truth. You might just be good at connecting with other people and connecting to their heart, really like healing, because it's like you see the truth of other people, like you see their authentic selves, and then it's like you pull that out of them, you support them, and it's because it's same for you, because all is clear, then all is at peace. There's no secrets here, no wars. I think you're really smart too. I think you're smarter than people even know. Like, you're very clever. And I think you know that. You don't let all that on. And it's I love this. It feels good that you express yourself in different ways as you're comfortable when it comes to situations. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like you have a very mature energy about you, you know? We can go on and on, because I think you're just, there's a lot of layers to you, actually, you know? But we gotta stop. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Hello, group 3. How you doing? Let's go ahead and begin. Here, I want to show you the box. We're going to use the Star Codes Astro Oracle to begin our reading and get a little bit of an overview of the current situation you're in, and a little bit of why as well. Ooh, okay, we have Chiron here. The message is heal. The number is 28. You know, when I first got this card, I thought it was 2 snakes. Because I just, you know, you look at this and like, oh, Mercury symbol, but no, it was all one. And then, if you look, there are 2 pearls here, but now I'm kind of just seeing them as 2 eggs that this snake is protecting. And I feel like the situation that you're currently in, you might be, like, right now called to look at values, like internal values that you would like to continue to grow, or like pay attention to or maintain as like these life situations around you are happening. I wonder. Because it just feels like these values, yeah, they're personal, and it could, but they're very deep though. It could stem from like religion or a family matter. Like, I don't know. It feels like this value, these intrinsic values tie to your worth as a person. It's like, if I do this, then like, am I still credible, or am I still, a good source? I don't know. It's like, will my image change? Will my reputation change if I do this next move or make this certain decision? And it's like, would I change as a person if I do that? Very. I think you're someone who is quite compassionate and would like to take in the experience of others regarding your life, like what you do, and like what family or friends, what they might think of you. But I don't know if you might be doing that a bit too much, like thinking about these squads too much, and how they might feel about you doing you, making moves forward. Because I think at the end of the day, you still know who you are, though, and like the treasure of who you are, these beautiful pearls. Come on. However, I still think, though, you keep a space in your heart for others that you love, their opinions, what their thoughts are, what they would want for you. And then, too, it kind of feels like you know or you feel that doing what you want or desire intrinsically is the right thing, or like feel like it could be the right thing. However, it's just like the results from that might look different than what you were wanting for the people you love, or people who might interact with you down the line. Like, it could be audience, community. Will they see me differently if I do this? I don't know. Let's get some more cards. Move that just to, oh, actually, can I do more like that? Is that cute? All right. And I just saw the lion and it roared, courage. Have courage. Cancer, immerse. Number 4. Okay. Dear healer, right? Man, look, I think, you could really care deeply about like loved ones, friends, like how you show up in their lives, like their experience of you. I think you really do deeply care about that because you love them, right? Or love these people and love self. But it kind of feels like immerse into you, though, because I don't know, you might be like, I don't know if you're stopping self from pursuing some opportunities, something like this, but it feels like, as all the love that you give extrinsically, just make sure that same type of love is given internally. For a clear direction that you are heading on, and the courage that it is the right one. I think for like the past couple of weeks or so, you might have been going through situations that have helped to heal your hearts. I think you've been going through situations that called you to be vulnerable, and then really really deep, like dig deep into like the shadow self, right? Like the desires that we might want to like put away or think that other people don't want to agree with or society might not deem right, things that could be taboo, things we didn't try before, I don't know. But it's like all of things within you. It's like, I think it's with the moon, right? It's like you are shining light on this shadow self, and with this shadow self, I don't see. Okay, so like, we can hear shadow and automatically think negative or bad, but this isn't the case here. I see this shadow, like, this is shadow self of what we just have not seen, what we have not given a lot of time to. And so I think the situations that you are in now is giving you time to look at parts of self that have been unseen or have been ignored, to give love to. Time. We have descendant, invitation. I don't know if I said in this group, if you are starting here, group 3, and felt a connection to group 2, go for it. If you are from group 1, hey, how you doing? But anyway, yes, we have descendant invitation number 37. Okay, look, personally, I'm like, angel numbers got to be 3 repeating ones, right? But there are times that it's not like that. I have my own mind about it, but for you, I think you're supposed to look up angel number 37. I don't know what it means right now, but I just saw it and I just felt like a strong angelic message coming from this number. And I have found when it looks online, when you're going for the search of the angel number, you would see one link that has one message and then another link that has a different message about the same number. And for me, that made me fall off of that because I'm like, oh, well, then this can mean anything. Forget that. But if you look at it an opposite way, it's not always really about the number. It's about you understanding or recognizing that number, feeling that energy, and going towards the message you're pulled to, you know? So it's like, don't be too phased by like different definitions or explanations of an angel number. Just your angels will make you feel drawn to the message that's meant for you regarding that number. Okay, the number is just a process to get there, so just get there. Don't worry about the number. Anyway, descendant invitation. Speaking of getting there, let's go, spirit. Thank you. Nah, but for real, I think you are being drawn, like right now, things are, I feel like right now things are stagnant-ish. It's like action, some nothing, action. But soon there's going to be an invitation where there's not going to be a stable energy. It's going to be an increasing one. Even though this is descendant though, right? I think it's because like you are ending, excuse me, you are completing a lesson of authentic vulnerability. And then so as soon as you complete that lesson and feel encouraged and being authentically vulnerable, you will be, I guess we'll have to see. Let's get some more cards. Here, I want to use a card or two from the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle, just to help us continue what we're getting, clarify things. Oh my gosh. I guess it's for you, girl. We got prosperity. I'm not taking those other ones though, so like, I hope you're cool with that. Let's make sure everything's visible so I can put more cards. Well, let me just start here. We have prosperity. The flower is the allium, and the dragon is fashioned after the Brazilian swallowtail. Now, this prosperity is contingent upon your completion of this lesson. All right, your angel team is not going to force you to be encouraged with being vulnerable about yourself. Like, it's a process. Like, no one's gonna force you and rush you to do this. This is just you as you practice. Okay, look, practice makes perfect. So it's not like you're not going to be constantly practicing waiting for prosperity to happen. As you practice, you will see, okay, look, as you practice being vulnerable, you will see the prosperity that comes from that. All right. It's going to look like building a new connection with someone, being taken to a new experience and learning, being able to look at self again, revamp and renew parts of self that have been dormant. Like, it just looks like the prosperity that is coming, literally coming for you, comes as you practice. So do not shirk work, do not skip practice here. Passion. I'm not pulling this card for you because too many others came with it, but I do want to just, so here, the flower is the bougainvillea and the butterfly is fashioned after the Octaeus swordtail. One of my favorite cards in this deck. You know, it could be actually you being vulnerable and open about something you are currently passionate about, and like would like to continue more, but perhaps like it just goes against what you have done in the past, or maybe it goes against your friend group, maybe it goes against who cares? Who cares? I think you're just supposed to go after your passion here, and that's how you're gonna find this prosperity, man. The cards say it, bro. Okay, let me just get you one card, and then we'll hop into some tarot. So we have abundance here. Lord. Okay, so the flower is the chrysanthemum, and the dragon is fashioned after the popinjay. Oh, it's beautiful. Over here, just trying to give you like, I don't know. I'm just getting. It's just so. Let me understand what I'm feeling so we can get these messages, Lord. Okay, I want to start with the colors. This orangey amber color, sacral chakra, and then this dark blue color, throat chakra. Yes. So I think, oh yeah, it's like speaking about what you're passionate about for real. Here's the real tea. Soon, like honestly within the month, you might get 2, maybe more opportunities that's going to call you to be vulnerable. It's like, this is kind of what you really want. You should go for it. But the thing is, I feel like when these, what's it called? Things happen, like chances for you to pursue your passions, I don't think it's going to be like this big, strong boom of here it is. This is what you should do. This is a very faint energy, my dear. You're going to really have to be connected with yourself moving forward to pick up on that, this opportunity specific that would allow you to pursue more of your passions. And it's like, oh shit, I don't know if I really wanted this. Am I doing this? I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm doing this, and it's great. I'm prosperous. Like, it's I feel, that's what I'm trying to give you what I'm feeling. It is a very faint thing. You're not gonna know like what the opportunity, like you're not gonna know that opportunity is the opportunity that's allowing you to expand for your prosperity, for your dreams here. You're not gonna know. It's gonna be a very natural decision for you, and you're only going to know if you make that decision after. And this is a divine protection for you, dearest, because it's like, if you did know that it was the chance for you, you could have tried too hard or done too much, and then things could become unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? So spirit is trying to just tell you, yeah, what, like, you're going to be given opportunities, more opportunities, at least 2 in this next month, for you to pursue your dream. It's going to be a natural thing. Oh yes, okay, we're going to be using the Tarot of the Divine to get your details of what's going on with your current situation, and then we're going to end off with some letter tiles. Hello. Fine. Okay, so we have this Knight of Coins. I love this cow. So beautiful. You got a good cow. Anyway. It's only a matter of time. I think, okay, so look, the Knight of Coins is the unmoving knight, but not, it's like very, very slow moving energy of for prosperity, right? Coins, prosperity, you get it. And the thing is, the Knight of Coins is a slow moving knight because the knight first remembers their mission, their purpose. Why are we doing this? Why are we here? Okay. And then makes sure the next step will bring about stability and prosperity. It's a very slow one because the Knight of Coins takes account into all of what is happening around them, the environment. Are conditions favorable to move forward or not? All right. If conditions are favorable, why are they favorable? What tools am I meant to bring along to this next step so that I am prepared for it? Okay. So I think it's just you've been doing this Knight of Coins energy, making sure you're prepared for every single step. Or Spirit makes you slow down and be like, no, prepare yourself for the next step and then you'll go. You'll be okay. Because we want you to be okay. We have the Seven of Coins. All right, so I'm getting, we're getting into some career. We're getting into money here. Like, I'm seeing when it comes to this prosperity, we might just overall, general message, want like a dream, a passion to end up prosperous, right? So your spirit team is saying, if you haven't already, get started. The Seven of Coins, I love it. This is a prosperous bit. I'm about to cuss. This is the word for you, prosperous, prosperity. Keep that in mind, at least for the next month, at least, because this is your word. This is the truth for you. Prosperity. You are prosperous. You are prospering. I love it. With the Seven of Coins, this current situation is allowing you to discern or calculate how you would like to be prosperous moving forward. Okay, what are the values? What values do you want to hold and continue forward as you achieve your goals here? Don't lose sight of your values and know that I think honestly the lesson here too, your values don't change. I feel like for you as a person, you've done enough work on yourself and you already try to heal or heal when you need to. Like I think you do you and you try to do well to do you, right? And then when it comes to you, I think you've understood what makes you feel happy as a person, balanced, right? What makes you feel like you contribute to this world. These are your values. So it's like, if you want, you can think about how these next steps would, if they would change your values. If your values maintain the same or will be able to grow, I say take a chance with the Seven of Coins and really make an effort and see how what you've invested in grow. Because prosperity, Seven of Coins, Knight of Coins, it's a lot of money. And I know the world is not all money, not all prosperity is money, but I really do feel like it's a financial gain coming from like you doing what you really feel like you should do, and like what makes you feel like you can be, I don't know, strong, independent, all of this. It's almost like a do what you want type of energy. Yeah, look, okay, so you have Death card, Scorpio energy, Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins, very independent. I got my own money, got my own bills, like I got my own everything. With this Death card, this huge shadow looming, but really it's like just this small person or this one dude. I honestly feel like, bear with me here. I feel like this is you, and it's like this is like your future, and it's like you just know something big and powerful is right there, and it's you. It's like you seeing yourself. Hold on. I just had to wait for the loudest plane ever to pass by. So look, confirmation for you. So back to what we were saying with this plane message, right? Huge huge energy, huge plane, looming future coming to you. No, but I think right now the situation is you're being prepared so that you can be this big presence, this big energy. You're being prepared as to what your capabilities are, you know. Because I feel like right now in this situation, you might just be given like small issues that you have to deal with, and it's like these issues are like just part of you reconfirming how strong you are, like how you already have great ideas, you got a good plan, you're a great leader. So I just think, the real talk, there's nothing truly to worry about. I'll be, you know, if there was, I'll tell you, but like, you got a lot of good stuff going for you. It's just a matter of believing that you deserve it, though, because you do. And it's like, it's nothing selfish. You're not a selfish person. Like, do what you feel that can make you feel prosperous and happy. Go for it. I really do feel like that's the message for you. Let's go ahead and start to close out the reading. I'm getting some letter tiles for us, and that's gonna be it, really. I just want to make sure we got some space. Okay. Just a cherry on top type of thing. Nothing too serious. Okay. I saw Nevada, so I might be going to Nevada soon, or Las Vegas. Could be having a trip. Have fun. Be safe. I saw Vedas, like the four Vedas in like the, oh, I don't want to say the wrong name. You know, southern India, Hindu people, the four Vedas. I cannot remember the exact name, but someone need to study the four Vedas, because I think there's a message from a story of Vishnu. I feel like Vishnu went through some type of like human process, or I don't know. It's like there's a story here, and it's similar to your story now, and the ending that came with it will be similar, very similar to your ending, Vishnu. But look, I don't know all of the Vedas, and I don't know everything about Vishnu. So, land ho. Someone might be landing soon. There's travel here. Travel here on the horizon. Indigo. Someone said indigo child here. What does that mean? That means you were born with a sense of hope for humanity, and a knack for sixth sensibility, and the energetic current of divine knowledge to be passed on to people, as well as the energetic current of attracting to you what could support you in for what you need in this life. Invader, I'm saying invader Zim. Be wary of those who are trying to invade your space. Lock up the house when you leave, okay? Make sure you got your alarm system on, okay? We don't need no invaders. Some, though, you really are an alien. Hey, welcome to Earth. I know it's ghetto, but can we even still see everything? Okay, we can. The eye. Wait, was it you got the Eye of Horus, bro? Let me look up what that is real fast. Okay, we back. I'm just gonna read this little blurb I've got on my laptop from Googling Eye of Horus. If you want to get deeper, you know where the library is, but you know what? I'm gonna use the Britannica. It says Eye of Horus in ancient Egypt, symbol representing protection, health, and restoration. According to Egyptian myth, Horus lost his left eye in a struggle with Seth. The eye was magically restored by Hathor, and this restoration came to symbolize the process of making whole and healing. I love that. Okay, put this over there. So, you know what? Maybe someone's like felt like they're not like you are incomplete, but could be part of like a soul tribe, a community that you really feel a part of, you know what I'm saying? You're headed there, real talk. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you here. With the invader, it's like that travel on the horizon, you're on your way. Open up. Open your heart. It's reminding me of that song from Winx, the original one. It's like, close your eyes and open your heart. Believe in yourself. That's how it starts. Dreams will come true. Just wait and see, 'cause the magic's in you and the magic's in me. Man, I loved that show. I like resonated with it. Did y'all see that growing up, the Winx Club? Or do y'all remember it was the other show, Witches, and there was like Halen. She was the Wind Witch. I don't remember the other ones because I just loved wind and I was like, ooh, me. But it's this old cartoon. Anyways, here I'm gonna just set these letter tiles for you here. I wanna make it like even-ish. But anyway, if you see more messages in here, please by all means let us know in the comments, and I'll end this reading off here. We did it, y'all, and I'm like doing this right at 3 o'clock, so I believe 333 is an angel number for you, or just 3 on its own numerology wise. But y'all know, if you've been here for a minute, I gotta take this time to say thank you for joining me in this reading. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, of course, please let me know with a thumbs up. That really does support me and this channel and lets me know that this reading was a good one. Here we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. I love that. And then, what else was I saying? I think? I don't remember. Oh yeah, if you have subscribed, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining the Angel Army. What's that mean? Well, that means you've joined a team of goofy light workers who are doing their very best to really maintain their authentic selves, maintain the light and purity we have between each other, helping to heal, you know, have compassion and connect with everybody. We're doing this together really fast. You got God has made everything beautiful in its time. I think it's Ecclesiastes, I think. Oh, it's so bad. 311. Angel number for you, by the way, 311. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, being here with me, and I'll see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, and welcome to the vibe check section for group 4. If you felt drawn to this group, let's make sure it's the right one for you. If you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading. I'm sorry I'm frowning just now, but it's just like, I was about to say and to gold, which I said in the vibe check for group 2. So if you were already feeling a connection between those, boom, okay. But let's go ahead and just get into your it kind of feels like we might be like with this sorrow card and then these different charms, it's like we might be maybe like giving up on certain dreams, or like thinking like certain things aren't gonna happen. And there is this like one message energy of like, oh, I brought it on all myself, like I did this all to myself, so it's like, then how can I even get myself out of it? Or is it like, can I even depend on myself to get out of it? Or is it like, should I ask spirit or, you know, my ancestors, God, like for help to get out of this if it's my fault? And then there are those here who, it's almost like when talking with other people, there's a type of hiding here. A type of, I'm a low-key just say like a type of dishonesty. And it feels though like it's been a form of self-protection though. You hear that ringing? I think pretty soon, what is this? You might actually interact with someone, and it could be like a short interaction, but they're going to, and it's going to be a divine thing, like the divine is sending you this person.
Harmony, right? With that sound, and this person is going to bring you harmony with self, because they're going to understand some part of you that you've hidden from a lot of people. There are those here who could be hiding a lot of their pain or sorrow underneath, like, you know, just from friends, from family, from people, or just even from self too. But you know what? It kind of feels like unlocking the reason of the sorrow would unlock. Okay, yes, this key, right? It's unlocking some type of doorway, possibility. And there's something about, like, I think a crow or a raven. I can kind of see it, but you know, they kind of look very similar, right? That's the difference with the beaks, but it might be a raven, actually. What time are we at? We're almost kind of out of time. Really fast. There are those who might have a connection to, like, a recently deceased loved one, or just, like, someone who has deceased you were close with. Because I just saw, like, the image of the graveyard, and it's like you were meant to go there to commune, like, with the spirits, like, literally just to talk and, like, understand. It's just learning. So I don't know who all that's for, but I mean, I guess, you know, not everyone has to go to the graveyard. Some might just have to just calling people up, be like, hi, grandma. No, but anyway, why am I? Look, let's end this vibe check here. If all I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get right into your reading. Hello, group 4. Let's go ahead and begin with your reading. So we're going to start off with the Star Codes Astro Oracle, and we're going to use these cards to see how this situation is going on, what's going on with the reasoning of why we are going through this situation. It's just going to, like, help us begin to get an overview. Before I begin as well, nothing is coincidence, especially in readings, even if you stop a reading and then begin again. So I was recording today, the first 3 groups, and then I had to go to work, right? So I was called in earlier than usual, and I got there, you know, talked to my manager because we're replacing shifts, and they gave me the lowdown, and I was getting ready to begin, right? But then another one of our employees comes in like, what are you doing here? And I was like, wait, what? And we had switched schedules, and I wrote that down on my calendar, but for some reason my brain just switched it back. So I think, look, the whole message with that in this reading before we begin is expect a change of plans, a good positive change of plans, where we might think we're going to be so busy when, hey, we're actually not going to be busy, or oh no, we don't have time to finish something, but hey, actually, something's gonna happen, you're gonna have time. So I just want to throw that out there. To start off, we have Capricorn here, achieve, house number 10. Okay, so with the energy of Capricorn, I do believe, like, you're someone who works hard. I think in this current situation you're in, you have been, you know, working, you're like tooth and nail to complete, you know, whatever your goal is. And perhaps as well with this Capricorn Achieve card, it's like the work just keeps piling up too. However, I don't feel you complaining about anything. This is just, I don't know, we have this task, then this task, then this task. I'm not saying it's like we're super happy about it, like, but I don't see complaining. Some of you might be going through some type of, like, Saturn return or Saturn retrograde, something like that. But I think, honestly, right now with this card, it's pointing me towards this lesson, like, current situation of discipline. Like, either you are meant to be bringing discipline to the situation, making order, discipline to self, but I think that's the whole reasoning of what the situation is. It's like it's meant to cultivate discipline. But let's get a couple more cards.
Whoa. Sorry. Sometimes when I'm a lot of the time when I shuffle, I'm channeling, so I'm like not really looking at what I'm doing, because I would just like to keep myself open to whatever messages that might come through. So let me try to focus a bit more. I think this is what's going on. The semi-square conjunct tension type of energy that's going on right now. And it's like with this Capricorn here, it's like some might be trying to make peace out of this tension, yet it's like it's not working or something. Are we good on lighting? Here, let me try to turn this lamp on. I hope that's good. Okay. I'm even seeing there those who just like people are just starting to pick fights with you, or there's just a lot of petty energy going around. People might be short with you in public. I don't know. It's like a lot of things that could get on your nerves or like get you on like the bad side like of your feeling negative or something. And I think it's like with this whole discipline thing, I think like you're going through this situation because it's like it's like you are learning how to like make peace out of any situation by utilizing assistance. You might be too independent, man. And it's like I'm getting this story of like, let's say there's a kid, right? And they have a bully, and like for every day when the bully says something, the kid says something back, like they keep on trying to like get the bully away from them or have a comeback, something. But no matter what, like the bully is still continuing like to irk this kid, right? And so it's like, could the kid continue to like fight their own battle and go after not go after the bully, but defend themselves against this bully? Sure. But it's like it might just be easier if they ask a grown-up, you know what I mean? Like, hey, can you just tell them to leave me alone, or just get someone else involved here? Pallas Athena. Think we don't have here. Let me move this, and I believe this is yours as well, the 9th house, exploration. And I think 9, maybe even like 999 is the angel number for you with 9th house. 5 plus 4 is 9. 10 minus 1 is 9, but not for real. I think it's just that some here might just be like about fed up and about to like either pop off, leave the situation, or change how we're doing a whole routine here. We're changing everything up because it's like people aren't doing right. Something like this. I want to grab the next oracle deck. We're going to use the Enchanted Blossoms Oracle to get some more clarity of the situation, why it's going on, what's happening. We have happiness. I love it. The flower is the coreopsis, and the dragon is fashioned after the common buckeye. You know what I'm seeing? Like, deer eyes, and the hunter looking for the eyes, yet the eyes of the deer are exactly on the hunter. So it's like, your move. Whose move is it? And then with this message of happiness, it's almost like there are those who could be challenged to go after their happiness, but it's like perhaps going after their happiness would mean, I don't know, like disappointing someone or like having to tell someone off in some type of way. It's like, I'll be happy if I can just say my piece and then we'll let it go or something like that. I'm just feeling out if we should get more info with these cards. Nah, I want to use some tarot. I want to use some tarot to get the messages of what we need to know right now about you in this situation, what's going on. Eleanor the elephant, I think she was pink. And I want to say she was part of Jumpstart Kids. It was like this old game that I played, kindergarten through maybe third grade. And Eleanor, she was the artist. Kind of quiet, but artistic genius, knew so much. I don't know, maybe this is Eleanor can be a representation of your energy. Something as if, because like elephants are big, right? And she's like, in the cartoon, she wasn't like a huge pink elephant. She was like a kid-sized pink elephant. But I believe the situation you're in is making you fight for your happiness. Because it's like, with being this big pink elephant, you can't hide. She can't hide herself. She's a big pink elephant. No one's gonna notice her. Yeah, she's kind of shy, but it's like, no, you know what? No, I'm gonna actually be knowledgeable. And maybe there's been expectations placed on you by other people or by self. And perhaps there was also a type of image that was seen to match these expectations. It's like, okay, if I'm going to reach these expectations for myself or for these other people, then I have to be this type of person. And I think with this situation that you're in, you're called to understand you could be any type of person, yet still fight for your happiness. You don't have to be a persona, something like this. And then with this Pallas Athena think and the semi-square tension, it's like you're going to have to explain yourself to like either one other person, maybe a certain party here that's special, like to you, like a strong connection. Because I don't know, it just feels like there's this part of you that that we all know. Everyone sees it, but maybe not everyone agrees. However, I think with you, it's just like, it's a part of who you are. So it's like this fight. All these things is bringing you back to, is this making me happy? Am I doing what's making me happy? Shouldn't I do what just makes me happy? Shouldn't I just do that? Should I just explore that, right? But is it the right thing to do? Because maybe there's too much responsibility here that you can't just like let go or something. Responsibility to self, to honor, to principle, to family. Like I think there's just a lot of expectation and restriction placed on self. This can be the trope of Capricorn. Hard workers, but they can work themselves to the bone and die. It's a thing. Like you literally, I live with a Capricorn. I've been raised by a couple of Capricorns, so I know you literally got to tell them sometimes to have some fun, breathe, man. It's not all work, and I think just for you, having fun would be the work to do. This expression here. No more fighting. We have this Six of Pentacles. Do you think things are fair? If you think things are fair, okay, then you can continue the way you would like. However, if you think things are unfair, then you could change it, right? I mean, it's just a matter of like making a plan and then trying it. And if that doesn't work out, try it again or a different plan. But I just think there are those here who feel like that the situation they're in either is the job they're in, some type of collaboration, some type of business, relationship, some part of this is unfair. Though the Six of Pentacles talks about, giving things out equally. I don't feel that for you though. I feel like you feel like that should be correct. This should be here. But I don't know. It's like things need to be fair now. Things need to be balanced out. I'm seeing the sun in tarot for you. That's Leo energy, as well as indicative of the season of July. But I think it's just Nine of Swords. Yeah, all these nines, man. I just think that, I think you're so aware of your inner light, honestly. I think you're aware how bright it shines too, and how much you should shine who you are, like at all times, whenever. Maybe it's just right now, like the situation is calling you to practice that. Um, to be the bigger person, to be the leader, to be the wise one, to be the friend. It feels like maybe all of these busy things you're being given is calling you to step up a lot, you know? And perhaps you think that's unfair though, and I think it is. We're gonna see what's going on. We're not done. We have this Queen of Pentacles. However, I feel her in reverse. So I think it's like you could be making efforts to change the environment around you, make it better, more productive. However, I think it's like maybe if it's just you, maybe you're just it hasn't been happening. If it's you and other people, I don't think the other people have been doing as much as you, or at least that's your view of it. I kind of sense like if that's the case, like if you're doing the most and these other people aren't, then remove yourself. They can do their own thing. You're gonna do your thing, right? But anyway, we need some more because honestly, I'm just like with the 9 here and with these pentacles, I'm just seeing the 9 of Pentacles, and that's a very independent card. You know, you have your own life plan going for you. You have your own routine. You have your own like money, and you're doing your own thing. You're making your own plans. Like you don't have anyone really the boss of you. It's the pre-Empress card where everything comes to you, right? You have Judgment here. You know what? I think you are this judgment. You are supposed to be this judgment call in this current situation. Because I think with that Sun I was feeling, there's an inner truth, wisdom that you are meant to express at, you know, when you're called to. So it's just like, don't worry about having some type of persona. The persona doesn't matter. What matters is you being the one giving the message, giving the lesson. You're the one to do it. And so the persona, you're not faking anything. Like you're not. And if other people want to say that, fine. You know, that's not up to you. You are just meant to share what you can, share your wisdom, make other people elevate. If they elevate, great. If they don't, whatever. Like you were just meant to do that part of your job. This feels connected to another group. I don't remember though. If you know, hell, let me know. But I think it's another card for you though. Yeah, it's like things are not fair. Okay, so you have this Justice card. It's Libra energy, more scales, and it's in reverse. And so I think if you want things to be fair, it's not really up to you, or it's not really up to you to make other people make the situation fair. You know, that's that type of energy side over here is good for collaboration when everyone's on the same page, you know, has the same goals, same energy. But I don't think that's your situation. I think you're somewhere where you're doing the most. You're doing too much. Like you're having to do everything. And so don't do that. You don't have to. I really do not see that because it's just not fair. And it can end up like this. Be like, shit, things kind of suck because I'm having to do everything. Can't even sleep because we stressed, you know? I can't even enjoy my life right now because I'm having to work so much. I don't know, man. I just think that you need to maybe do less and delegate for real. Look at all these people who can help out. Like, give it so that you can be more balanced. You can give more time to your happiness. Man, just like I was opening up this reading. Oh, had to go to work. Oh, never mind. I didn't have to work. I can just continue what I was doing, what makes me happy, right? So I think that's for you too. Like you've done enough work, or like just balance out work and healing, work and play, you know, like just. Anyway, what time are we at? Let me go ahead and grab these letter tiles. It's just the cherry on top, yeah? Give me a second. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of that, right? Is this good? Because I want to just give us enough space for these letter tiles. Look at words, names, everything. It's just things that resonate, things that may not. It's fine. It's just a little bit of fun. Okay, let me get started. I saw ice cream and I saw Toro. I don't think they have anything to do with each other. I don't know yet. Let me just see. Okay, so you know how ice cream is sweet, summer treat, it's a representation of fun, sun. I love it, okay? The sun keeps coming in. And with our nines here, it's just a matter of time before you be like, man, freak everything. We saw Toro and rushed off like towards something happy. So I think like your angel team is trying to warn you like not to get your not to push yourself to the brink, because then it's like you might make it some quick decision you might not like later on, you know. So to like, instead of moving sporadically or doing something sporadic, it's just you might need to right now be like, take less, just take less off, like take off your plates, you know. Sport, somebody needs to just go play a sport, go outside, go swim, go play some soccer, you know, just live your life, man. Can we even make soccer? Do we have a C? Whatever. I'm also seeing door, an open doorway. Walk out the door. Oh, now go walk out the door. Yo, what is that song? I will survive. Yes. Survive. You are gonna survive this. Look, Spirit. Spirit got you. Spirit gonna let you know. They're gonna never gonna let you just lay down and die. Oh no, not I. Okay. Let me stop. Past. There could be someone dwelling too much on the past. The past is the past. It happened. And there's something you can do to change it, but you can't change the present. Hello. Anyway, so let the past go. Close the door. Rave. Raving. Someone could be raving mad or raging mad or something like that. Or go rave. Just go dance. Let it out. Let it loose. Speed. I'm saying speed up. Speed up. That's going to speed up the process of this current situation of you just allowing yourself to let loose. Because I feel it's like at one of these times when you're going to be letting loose, just being happy, whatever, you're going to learn some type of door. Yeah, you're going to think about, you're just gonna, because if you're too busy, right, you're too busy about what you got to do, you're thinking about the process. But when you're not busy, you can think about other things. And I feel like when you're giving this time to have fun, chill, whatever, you will think about some solution to a current problem you're having. Days. I think it could be just a few days. Or I think something will last just a few days. Ear, listen up, what I'm saying is true. Also I'm seeing wristband. Someone might be going on some type of, maybe a cruise soon. You're gonna need a wristband. Drool. Get some sleep. Get some deep sleep. 3 hours not gonna cut it. 3 hour power nap not gonna cut it. Okay? 3 hours working, 3 hours sleep, 5 hours working, 3 hours sleep, 4 hours working is not gonna cut it. You need a good solid at least 7 hours, boo. Some here might be at least a good 10 hours, but I'm seeing pool here. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Shrouded in doubt. Maybe you think something is shrouded in doubt, but that's what it's just a shroud. It's not real. Perform. Someone could be a performer or soon be going on a performance. You will do well. I see it. Just breathe. You got this. It could be dancing. I'm seeing pole here as well. Like the fireman pole. So it could be firefighters. Some might dance on that pole. Get it, girl. Anyway, or dude, you know how we do here. Make that money. Polar opposites. Polaris. So when I believe Ursa Major is looking towards the wolf. When does that happen in the sky? And I don't remember which constellation is the wolf. And I believe the wolf is actually part of a bigger constellation. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to feel out what constellations these are and the energies of it. But here, since we kind of are out of time, just look up, you know, Polaris, and or is that part of the bear? Yeah, it's the Great Bear, Ursa Major. And when Ursa Major is facing the wolf, I don't know where the wolf is in the sky, and honestly, I can't consciously think of that constellation right now. This is legit just intuition. So just when Polaris is facing the wolf, a new start. and more, but we'll see that later. I'm gonna leave these letter tiles for you here. If you can see them, I think we can. Bless. And if you get any more words in this, please by all means let the collective know. Help us out. Help me out. Okay. And I'll end this off here. We did it, y'all. And I'm like doing this right at 3 o'clock. So I believe 333 is an angel number for you, or just 3 on its own numerology wise. But y'all know, if you've been here for a minute, I gotta take this time to say thank you for joining me in this reading. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, of course, please let me know with a thumbs up. That really does support me and this channel and lets me know that this reading was a good one. Here we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. I love that. And then, what else was I saying? I think? I don't remember. Oh yeah, if you have subscribed, oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining the Angel Army. What's that mean? Well, that means you've joined a team of goofy lightworkers who are doing their very best to really maintain their authentic selves, maintain the light and purity we have between each other, helping to heal, you know, have compassion and connection with everybody. We're doing this together really fast. You got God has made everything beautiful in its time. I think it's Ecclesiastes, I think. Oh, so bad. 311. Angel number for you, by the way, 311. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, being here with me, and I'll see you in another reading, okay? Bye-bye.